Thank you for joining us. Are you ready to breathe, move, and flow? Today you'll be led through a Pilates class that focuses on growing our strength, both our internal strength as well as our physical strengths.
We'll start in our cat-cow pose with the knees underneath the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's begin by extending the spine. Think about widening the chest and then lifting the tailbone out behind you. Now we'll reverse the movement. Push the hands and knees into the floor as you round the spine up into a cat position, flexing and curling your spine as you do and extending that spine back out to reverse that cat.
What type of breath do you need at this time? Throughout this class, be patient with yourself.
Hover the knees in a neutral position. Knees stay bent directly under the hips. The feet stay flexed on the floor. Use your deep belly breath to engage your abdominals as the knees hover in space.
We are all born with natural strengths. Everyone is good at something, whether it's being a good listener, wonderful at math, learning new languages, to name a few. Take a moment to tune into some of your natural strengths.
Kneeling hip bridge. Knees down, arms extended. Hinge back with the hips to hover your heels. And stretch the hips forward again, restacking the shoulders back over the knees. As the hips move back, the arms extend up. And as the hips extend forward, you'll squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes. Wear your Pilates suit of armor and keep your abdominals braced the entire time to protect your low back.
Bringing to mind a time that you were able to persevere in the face of great difficulty. What qualities supported you? How were you able to accomplish your goal with those challenges around you?
Kneeling leg lift with lateral flexion. With your right hand down and your right knee down, extend both the opposite arm and leg so that they are stretched away from the body. Now you'll laterally curl the upper spine as the knee bends up and the elbow bends in. Now everything will extend back out together. And then you'll curl the upper portion of your spine as the knee bends in and the elbow bends in. Gaze stays forward and chest and shoulders, hips all stay facing forward.
We all experience painful times. That is part of the shared human experience. Yet, even when we fall down, we get back up. These qualities that allow us to get back up are some of our internal strengths.
Leg lift with chest squared off to the floor. So we'll spiral the spine around so that the hands are down on the floor. The left leg stays long and extended out. Imagine going into a shoulder plank without changing your legs. You'll begin to lift the extended leg up and then lower it down with control. Your shoulder girdle stays hollow and the belly stays pulled back.
In that time where you flexed your resilience, who was around you? What did you see? What did you smell? What did you taste? What did you feel? And what did you hear?
Kneeling leg lift with lateral flexion. Other side. With your left hand down and the left knee down, extend both the opposite arm and leg so that they are stretched away from the body. Now you'll laterally curl the upper spine. As the knee bends up, the elbow bends in. Everything will extend back out together. Gaze stays forward, chest, shoulders, and hips stay facing forward as well.
What did you learn as you reflect back on that time where your resilience was tested? Would there be a benefit in incorporating that lesson? Has that lesson strengthened your resilience?
Kneeling leg lift with chest squared off to the floor. The right leg stays extended out and both hands go underneath the shoulders on the mat. Now the top leg will lengthen and lift up. It will lower back down with control. At the same speed and the same control, You'll begin to lift the leg up again and then travel the leg back down again.
Imagine a friend that is struggling to notice their strength. What advice would you give that friend? What would it be like if you took that advice yourself? Adding in cue words to grow that strength.
Standing squat with rhomboid work. Wide legs turned out from your hips. Begin to bring the arms into a 90-degree bend outside your shoulders. As you lower your pelvis down with bent knees, elbows move in toward each other in front of the chest. Then you'll elevate the pelvis back up and move the arms back out into a goalpost position. As the arms move out, squeeze the upper back and the rhomboids. And as the arms travel forward again, engage your chest.
Now think about a person in your life that welcomes your strength and helps nourish your strength. What feelings do you have around that person? What qualities does this person hold? How has this person helped you? Or how could this person or these people help you? What expression is on this person's face as they speak to you? People need people. We are social beings. We need each other.
Holding your squat position, the arms will extend straight up. Now you'll bend the elbows back down into that goalpost position. As the arms stretch straight up, the palms will rotate to face in. As the elbows bend down into your goalpost, palms will rotate to face forward. Keep the spine vertical and the pelvis unmoving.
Activating your senses. What do you notice in your body as you activate your strength? What are you feeling? Integrate that feeling of you with your strengths.
Alternating ankle lifts. Keeping the isometric squat hold, you'll begin to lift the right ankle up, lower it down with control, and then switch. Lift the left ankle up. Pelvis is going to stay still on a level plane as you transition from one foot to the other.
As your mind begins to wander, inviting your thoughts back to this present moment. This moment that you set aside to grow your internal and physical strength.
Seated saw. Sit down with the legs long and wide in a V outside your hips. Arms are stretched in a T. Let's rotate our ribs to the right, reaching the left arm forward toward the small toe. You'll begin to round the spine as you stretch the arm forward. Pause at the bottom, and then restack the spine with control. You'll sit up tall before rotating the spine to face left.
The stories we tell ourselves are the stories that shape our lives. Our language creates our reality. Practice speaking kindly to yourself through your broad range of experiences.
Hundreds. Lay supine with a flat back. Arms extend up, lift the legs to tabletop. Now chest lift up and extend the legs out to a 45-degree angle. Begin to pump the arms as you keep the rest of the body still. Inhaling for 5 counts, and then exhaling for 5 counts. Strong core to keep the movement isolated to the shoulder girdle. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5.
Imagine yourself in the future utilizing your internal strengths. Imagine what you are doing. Imagine you are doing what you want to do full of strength. Imagine in as much detail as possible.
Double leg stretch with frog positioning. Pilates V. Continue to keep the back flat and lift your legs to a tabletop position, cinching the heels together. Arms extend back behind the head and the legs will stretch forward. You'll circle the arms down towards the hips as the knees curl in. As the arms extend and legs extend, your body finds a hollow hold position. As the knees bend in I'm working to curl myself into a tight ball each time.
As you participate in this pose, notice what comes up for you in the moments of quiet.
Roll over. Laying on your back, you'll lengthen those legs up with a flat back. Now begin to lower the legs down into a diagonal space. As you lift the legs back up, allow the back of the pelvis to peel away from the mat. Legs reach back over the head, and the shoulder blades stay supported. Think about articulating to lower the hips back down, and then letting the legs drop to 45 again. You'll use the belly and tuck, peel, squeeze the back of the hips up, using your core to resist gravity as the pelvis returns back home.
Thank you for exploring this Pilates class wave. We hope it guides you through the rest of your day. If you like this class, please provide us with a thumbs up, a comment on your thoughts and future classes you would like to participate in, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Mind and Body Pilates, a wellness approach classes.